Before I told anybody what was happening, I never hung out with friends. I had no friends. I was constantly trying to kill myself. I hated life, and I didn't feel loved at all.
My name's Lena,
and I have had Hodgkin's lymphoma. I've been sexually abused and been through domestic violence, and it's okay, because life goes on, and I'm okay.
This is my mask for radiation. They hold you down to a table like this, just like that.
I had Hodgkin's lymphoma, and I got a Make-A-Wish. I told them I would like to do a photo shoot and an article and video with my friends, encouraging people, boys and girls, to come forward about sexual abuse and domestic violence. This is the temporary housing given to us for free so that we can stay close to the hospital. There's me, my little sister, my little brother, and then there's my mom. And we're all in one room. I want to be a tattoo artist at some point. That's basically my only aspiration. This one is my main art book. And so this is what I've drawn in the past year. Oh, and that's a picture of me. It's me as a glass doll. I'm a little broken, see, but I'm still kind of intact. Honestly, as far back as I can remember, my dad was sexually abusive. He could even find a way to abuse us in front of people without anybody noticing. Like, he'd put a cover over us and do things. And that's just like, it was everyday stuff. Like, it wasn't like once in a while, it was every day. This is my baby sister, and she is amazing and beautiful and wonderful. What's your name?
Samara? Who are you to this world?
Nothing. Everybody's pretty used to talking about it now, but it's the idea that something happened to my little sister and she's just starting to talk about it. When I was diagnosed with cancer, I really didn't think much of it. It wasn't that big of a deal to me, and from everything I've been through, I've gotten to the point where it's like, it happened, so what? I had menopause. I still going through it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's chemical-induced menopause from the chemo. I get the hot flashes and the night sweats, and I don't get my period anymore. It's like all that good stuff. Peach and Mariah are like my two best friends ever, forever and ever and always. They both experienced sexual abuse and domestic violence, and the best way to spread awareness is to make people realize that if three friends can come together and be through the same thing in different times of their lives, that it happens more often than not. Like, you don't know what people have been through. You don't know.
I was scared. No matter what, you're gonna be scared in a situation like that. And until you find out it's actually wrong, I mean, you know it's wrong, but you don't know it's wrong.
When Peach was around, like, my dad didn't do anything because me and Peach were always together. And it was just like, you know, like, nothing could happen if you're hanging out with a friend. Me and Mariah, when I first met her, we hung out all the time. And one day, we were climbing this tree, and she said something about what her stepdad had done. And I was like, oh.
I was like 4 or 5, and he did it in our sleep, so we weren't aware. But my oldest sister was. She was awake during all of it. She was the one who eventually told that my mom, she didn't want to believe it until the guy actually stood up and said, yeah, I did it. And then he got taken away. It was horrible, horrible things that he did. Like, horrible. I've never talked to her about it. I've only heard what my mom heard. It was bad.
I found out that Peach had been advocating for girls in her school and convincing them to come out about it, and that actually gave me the idea for my wish. It's like, she could do that at school, why can't I do that with my wish? This is a great idea. So.
Better be makeup.
Makeup and hair.
You better be makeup.
I brought some just in case.
just listening to other girls talking about it sometimes helps. Like, it really does.
You can connect.
Yeah.
Even now when I talk about it, the more I talk about it, it still relieves some stress. You know, sometimes when you get stressed out and you have a situation in your past that stressed you out, the stress will trigger memories.
The sexual abuse with my aunt's husband started when I was young. I told my dad and my stepmom about it, but I never really talked to them about it. I just slowly started going downhill, and I literally started writing myself notes saying that I deserved it.
One of the main reasons I had issues coming forward about anything is because my siblings, not just my older siblings judging me and hating me for it, but my younger siblings, because I had no idea if they'd been through anything like it, and it scared me having that realization, especially my little sister, because I had tried to protect her with all my might, and it failed. It was bad. Yeah.
I actually had somebody say, well, if you didn't like it, then why didn't you say anything?
Why were you with them?
Why were you there? Why did that happen?
Why didn't you leave?
Why didn't you scream?
Why didn't you fight back? There's going to be some things that you're not going to be comfortable with talking about, like saying you were sexually abused. You don't have to get into detail. Probably be better to speak out for yourself, because you're gonna hold that in and it's gonna eat at you, whether you notice it or not. It's like when you're angry and you keep holding it in and holding it in, eventually it's gonna overflow and you're gonna burst.
She went to that depressed stage.
I tried to kill myself
so
4 times in a 2-year span. It was bad. Before I told anybody what was happening, I never hung out with friends. I had no friends. I was constantly trying to kill myself. I hated life, and I didn't feel loved at all. And then I talked about it, and now I have 2 of the most amazing friends in the entire world, an awesome boyfriend, and my family. Everybody knows, and nobody cares anymore. It's not a stigma. It's okay. And I can go live my life and do what I want. It doesn't matter. What's up, Internet? I'm Lena.
I'm Mariah.
I'm Peach.
We have a message for men,
Women.
children.
Whatever gender you would like to call yourself, if you were sexually abused, it's okay to talk about it.
We encourage you to tell somebody. Someone will help you.
Just say it and be proud of yourself and stand up for yourself, and don't change your story and don't back down because people don't believe you. You just gotta do it. Don't let anybody knock you down.